Finance Minister P Chidambaram, while addressing an audience in the United States, said that India will vote the UPA back to power in the next general elections. He said the rise of regional parties is because national parties don't look into regional interests enough and that India experienced a shutdown of its own.
India will vote my government back to power.
Thank you.
I thought I may caution you lest you should waste too much time and effort.
A much more relaxed finance minister in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, in stark contrast to his July U.S. visit when he was making a desperate sales pitch to foreign investors to curb a free-falling rupee. But is Mr. Chidambaram getting too complacent? The International Monetary Fund slashed India's growth estimates to 4.25% for 2013-2014, the steepest amongst all nations. And top economists have been questioning the government's 4.8% fiscal target, saying with the first 5 months of the year already accounting for 75% of the target, it will require a miracle.
The Indian economy will grow at over 5% and perhaps closer to 5.5% in 2013-14. I know that the World Economic Outlook report does not share my optimism, but I may tell you that we do not share their pessimism.
The finance minister did acknowledge that mistakes have been made in UPA's 9-year tenure and decisions have been especially slow in the second term.
Someone had told us one stimulus package is sufficient and growth will be anchored at around 8%, we could have avoided the second and third. UPA 1, you could do much more, and UPA 2, we find it difficult to push through things.
A far more relaxed finance minister in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, in stark contrast to his visit early in July this year when the rupee was free-falling and the finance minister was making a desperate sales pitch for foreign direct investment. But is Mr. Chidambaram getting too complacent? 2014 will be the closest presidential face-off India has ever had. But foreign investors admit that not much is known about either prime ministerial candidate.
There's also not a great deal of information about them either. In fact, if anything, Rahul Gandhi, because of his connection with a family that's been connected with Indian politics for over 100 years, is probably known somewhat more than is Narendra Modi.
And while Narendra Modi's dynamic business style has gained recognition even here in the United States, foreign investors say that running a country is very different than running a state, where consensus is more important than just control.
If you look at the model of his leadership in Gujarat, he has been the leader. He has been the one that has set the direction. He seems to be everywhere at the same time. The national politics is a bit different, and the question is, to what extent will he be able to sort of bring a consensus in the political system, as complex as India is, as he has done in Gujarat. Gujarat is complex, but by a factor of 10, India is much more complex.
In Washington, D.C., Namrata Brar, NDTV.